Welcome to Dr. Amazon Podcast, the emergency support channel for FBA private label sellers. We invite top Amazon experts to share the most efficient tips and tricks for your businesses. We are trying to deliver only accurate, credible, and relevant information. My name is Vitaly Fizhniak and I am the CGO of Profit Whales. And let's get started. Welcome to Dr. Amazon Podcast. Today we have an amazing guest, the Saddam from Amazon One Step, and I would be really glad just to go deeper into one of the most amazing topics that we have right now. A lot of people speak in the case of like the brand, how to do it, why should I do it today, how to do it correctly. And today I have this really great guest, and Saddam will help us to go deeper and understand it correctly. So, hey Saddam, how are you doing?
Doing well, Vitaly. How are you doing?
Everything is cool. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today because it's really a difficult and one of the most important topics that we have right now. Yeah, and we have a lot of questions. And I guess you also have faced with it in your agency. Could you please just briefly tell more about you, about your agency, and let's go deeper into this topic.
Yeah, for sure. No, first of all, glad to be here. My agency is called AMZ One Step. We primarily work with Amazon brands to establish their brand presence, and core competency is more geared towards listing optimization. So anything from product photography to listing content, A+ content, videos, and also their storefront designs, pretty much anything that's on their Amazon web pages, right? So right now we have about 35 team members and in different departments, and we've been doing this for about 2.5 years now.
So what about the brands like right now? I absolutely sure that you get this understanding that the brand, like branding the product, branding the Amazon store, the listing, it's one of the most important topics there right now. What do you think about it? Will it be a new trend or should we be focusing on that right now?
I think the trend has already started. I mean, if you look at, before we even jump on the topic of branding, I would like to point out that traditionally, outside of the e-commerce platforms, you would see a lot of brands only pushing advertising if it's a product that's innovative or completely new in the market. But we know that a lot of brands on Amazon roll out products that are already on the Amazon's platform. So just relying on PPC or other ranking methods like ManyChat and Facebook ads or giveaways through Rebate Key, that is only going to get you so far. So if we instead focus on branding, and by branding, what I mean is you create a full product line with the same customer base that you have. And that is becoming so important now because if we look at outside of Amazon to the brick and mortar store model, you would notice that a lot of brands, when they launch a new product, they're not really advertising much on it. All they're doing is they have loyal brand customers, and they're coming to the store and being educated on the new products. So similarly, you can take the same model to Amazon. And whenever you have a new product coming in, you can rely on your own customer base and they can really get that sales velocity going for you. So instead of doing 95% giveaways, which by the way are getting people in a lot of trouble, with the recent changes with ManyChat and also Pixelfy not working, they have to just go from that model to the other branding model, which is more consistent, and your audience is yours. So they're not going anywhere, and you can rely on them for any product launch.
Yeah, I can rely on it. So your main understanding from this point is just to keep the main understanding in the case of the marketing, like in general. So here's no matter where we do the product launch or what is our product, we start from the marketing, like from the beginning, what we would like to present to the market and how we will do it. Yeah. In the case of how we will use the Amazon, and then we will just go into the products. Yeah. What problems we would like to solve, what is our main audience, and then we will go to present. But we have a lot of people inside the Amazon, that work in the case of PL model, and here the main question, most of them, they have only one product, yeah, like one or two or three, but they are extremely different, yeah, not from one niche, or they are not a variations. How to be like here, how could I start working in the case of marketing, yeah, what correct steps like should I do next?
Yeah, so I like to say, don't chase the numbers, chase the emotion. And really, what that means is, yes, on your first product, you will have to rely on a lot of software to validate your products. You will have to rely on search volume numbers to know which keywords are being searched for what volume, and really develop a strategy around that. So, if it's like your first launch, maybe focus more on your product page. That has to look outstanding. So when I go on search pages and I search for a keyword, your main keyword, your product needs to stand out. It won't stand out with reviews or ratings because it's a brand new product. So all you have to do is get the main image and get all the other images in your product page to look very nice and unique, and also to differentiate your product. So really going back into the customer mindset and thinking, what am I solving for them? Just like you said, what are we solving? Is it just a product that is selling well and we're launching it, or is it something new that people are complaining about in the review section and we're taking care of that? So with the first product, there's not much you can do because you don't have any customers. But all you can do is differentiate well to begin with. And once you have that, the real branding comes in when you go to the next product. Because for the next product, I don't recommend going back to the software and looking for a completely different product. All you can do is look at your own customer base and find out exactly what they want. What are the things that they're trying to solve, and develop a branding team around it. So as an example, if you have a pet product and let's say it's a pet pee pad, for example. So if there's a lot of customers, complaining about the pee pad being flimsy or it breaking up, you can talk to different suppliers. You can bring in samples and really try to find one that takes care of that problem. And once you have that product on the market, the next one has to be in line with the pet market, because you already have a customer base that you can reach out to. And there's different ways of doing that. I can talk about that a bit later. But when you have that customer base, you can leverage that and do your second launch. We all know that new product launches have this honeymoon period of 2 to 3 weeks. And that's where ranking the product is really easy. Just think about the fact that instead of relying on rebate key or ManyChat, if you already had customers on, let's say, your Facebook or Instagram accounts, and you've developed those email lists and you launch a different product, this time maybe it's a chewy toy or something like that, and you just blast it out to them saying, hey, we're going to give you 20% off and we want you to try this new product. That's where you start developing that brand, because people will buy the product and they know exactly what to expect from you next. It's all in line with the pet market.
Yeah, great, right. Saddam, you have mentioned that the products, they have a like honeymoon period, yeah, like for 2 or 3 weeks. Could we like go deeper into this topic in the case of why do you think that this honeymoon period is so important? Yeah, what we should do during this period of time, and what should we do next after it?
Of course. So we have to understand that Amazon's A9 algorithm is an algorithm. There's not people behind the software, looking at the products. It's a bot that is continuously learning and adapting to different products. Now, when a new product comes to the market, Amazon does not have data on it. Let's say for indexing, it will only index you for the keywords that you put in it. So your listing optimization has to be on target, and not just your title, features, bullet points. Title, features, description, search term, and subject matter. You should also fill out some of the other fields for that. But that's how the algorithm understands your product. Similarly, knowing how the product is going to do well relatively to your competition, Amazon needs sales data for that. Because it does not have sales data, that's why you have 2 to 3 weeks of honeymoon period. So if you showed more sales, it will say, okay, for these keywords, this product is one of the hot sellers. If you don't really show more sales and there's a 6 to 8 month lag in it, and there's only a few sales, it's hard to break that cycle, break that chain for the Amazon algorithm, because it knows that in the past 6 to 8 months, this did not do that many sales. So even if you let's say increase the sales by giveaways or something of that sort, or aggressive PPC, Amazon will know that there's something that changed, but we're still trying to figure out what that was. And the ranking is a bit slower.
Okay, got it. So, the main understanding from this point, we could have a several honeymoon periods for this product. I mean, like for one product. For example, we just do one on the beginning, we just failed it. We don't have like enough sales, something like that. Then we do the relaunch for this product, and once again, we have these honeymoon periods like again. Is it correct?
So yes and no. There's a lot of people talking on the groups about, let's say, removing all the keywords, completely making it a dead listing, and then introducing back the listing content, and that sort of revamps or resets the indexing, and in essence gives you back the honeymoon period. But if you think about it, that's not true, because Amazon has the data on the product. They know exactly through your BSR fluctuation periodically, they know how your product has performed. So even if you reset it, there might be a very temporary kind of, and this is something we've tested as well. There is a temporary gain. Yes, that's true. But I'm pretty sure 2, 3 months down the line, that won't be applicable. Anything that we do to circumvent the algorithm, Amazon will take care of that, because they have a stronger team and they have a stronger system. So if you look at the progression of all the ranking methods, it started off with just sharing the link of the product. Then there's a lot of URLs that we went through, and now the search, find, buy, and now there's a new one where we do like add to carts and purchase over existing purchases. All of those things are working today, but it doesn't mean that they're going to work tomorrow. What's going to work, even 10 years down the line, is pure branding. And that's what we should focus on.
Yeah, exactly. We just catch the information from most of our sellers that when we start working on the product, it doesn't matter do you have a honeymoon period or not, will you have it or not, it doesn't matter for us. In the case of the main understanding that we should improve our organic conversion rate, and then the PPC conversion rate will be improved too. So no worries, let's be focusing on that. You as the seller should be working on your like reviews, photos, all the organic keywords that you have inside, just for improving them. And then we will keep a right way how to boost your PPC campaigns for improving and keeping your sales that you have organically. And here's like the main point, just to show Amazon on long-term period of time that you will have sales, and you have a really good like growth trend. And if you have it, everything will be good for you. And yes, that is one really important, one of the most I guess so curious steps that we have now, the brand analytics, and how to work on market right now. Could you please provide our audience like with the most important like 3, for example, recommendations, for them in the case of like the branding, what they should improve or should be focused on?
Sure. I think one thing that you touched on is 100% true. The organic conversion rate is extremely crucial. This is a metric that we live by, which is also called the unit session percentage. There's no magic bullet to fix it, right? So I call it like the 3 social cues. How the product appears, what people are saying about the product, and then what Amazon thinks. And in order to break that down, basically what it is the product appearance is related to the images and the A+ content. what you show in the images is what they will see and how they will connect with it. The second thing is what people are saying about it. That's the reviews. Very important. You need to have good reviews and good ratings in order for people to get that confidence in it. And then the third one is what Amazon thinks about it. So you have, let's say, Amazon's choice badge and bestseller badge. That's like your golden ticket. People understand and they trust the system on Amazon and they will buy it. So just working towards these social cues will help your branding on Amazon. But that's not where you should stop, right? Because you want to have that brand loyalty. You want to inspire and you want to invoke that emotion in them. And there's a lot of things that you can do. So understanding what your customers want, knowing what's important to them. Let's say coupon codes. You have a new launch, give them a coupon code. If you have a brand new product, you can even do, let's say, a deal on 2 different products and have a URL that would take them to the cart with both the products in the cart, and they can maybe redeem a 10% off or 20% off. Inserts are a really good thing. I know Amazon discourages inserts, but that's because people ask for reviews. You don't have to do that. Reviews are important, but a good product will always get reviews on it. Instead, what you should be focusing on is to get them become part of the community. So, hey, do you want like a free ebook, or do you want to be part of this group? And let's say if it's a painting product, why don't you share your paintings on our Instagram page? Something like that, so that it makes it engaging for the customers to be part of your community. And that's when you'll see slowly and steadily in 6 to 8 months, people will also start searching for your brand name as a keyword, and it will show up on, let's say, Helium 10 or any of the other software that you're using for
Profit whales,
or Profit Whales. Yeah, exactly. And then it becomes easier to do the PPC as well. And I'm sure you know of that, because at the end of the day, PPC again is not a magic bullet. It's showing your product, placing your products in front of the right eyes, right?
Yeah.
And
Thank you so much. We understand your pain too.
exactly, yeah. And more often than not, people focus on acquiring new customers. Why don't you just work with the customers that you already have? Another really important thing is storefront designs. If you have 3 to 4 products even that are in the same line, create a good storefront. Ask people to shop there. Maybe run sponsored brand ads. Get them to the storefront. Sponsored brand ads, like the video beta ads, are performing really well. So leverage that. If Amazon just rolled out last month, they rolled out videos for everyone in the US. If you're getting a video made for your product, you can just get a shorter version of it and use it for your sponsored brand ad video ads.
Yeah,
So things like that
is absolutely true. Yeah, that is absolutely true, and I can relate on it. So the main point for now will be the marketing. Like for the most of the Amazon sellers that we have, here's like the main question: how to work with your audience that you will get and that you would like to attract, and then to understand how you could do it with the help of the all Amazon tools that you have like inside. Yeah, so it could be the PPC site, it could be like the design that you will use for your storefronts or for your product. Yeah, it could be some improvements in the case of your messages that you will tell exactly with your like bullets, for example, or product description. Yeah, I absolutely agree with it, and Saddam, that was really amazing. And I would be glad if you could answer like a quick quiz, yeah, that we have for now. I will have like it will be around like 3-5 questions for you, and I would be glad to get a quick answers. Yeah. So the best way to improve sales will be improve your organic sales, organic conversion rate, or PPC conversion rate?
organic conversion rate.
Perfect. The best marketplace that we have right now, Amazon or eBay?
Amazon.
Got it. PPC handling. It will much better to do with the PPC specialist or software?
Software is a great way to do it, for sure. Yeah.
Perfect.
I would like to add on it that if you're, because software can be very technical. So if you're familiar with softwares and if you know exactly how advertising works, then for sure software. Otherwise, you can always rely on a specialist to do that.
Next trend that we will have on the Amazon, it will be the branding, or it will be the additional markets that we will improve.
It will be branding, 100%. That's happening. Google went through the same transition, and now Amazon's going through that as well.
Yeah, exactly. We just also catch this information that we will have a lot of new marketplace right now working in a case of like improving, the Instagram, the Facebook, the Google, the eBay, the Walmart, like a lot of them. So let's keep an eye on all these changes. And Saddam, thank you so much for this amazing podcast. It was really great. MZ One Step, that is amazing, just for getting all your experience that you have. So thank you for joining us today.
Glad to be here. Thank you. I really enjoyed that. And wish you the best of luck.
Great. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
And that is all for today's Dr. Amazon episode. Don't miss our future arrivals with new hot topics. Press the like, leave us a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. We will come back to you shortly.